What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This, of course, is VR Game Rankings Daily Vlog Live. I believe it is episode 172 of the show. And, of course, we had all the big Magic Leap information earlier in the day. I did do a special Magic Leap show. A lot of the details were just pouring in at that point and didn't have a chance to go over everything. But we covered a lot of the videos, a lot of the demos, a lot of the stuff. If you guys want to talk Magic Leap, we definitely can do that. But the thing is, in regards to VR gaming, we've actually got a lot of trailers to possibly look at today. And so I want to start things off. There are two brand new Firewall trailers that just hit today, and I think we need to take a look at them. And you know, I'm not really into Firewall. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not into Firewall, but I'll take a look at these videos. But first, let's do our little intro for a sec. Daily Vlog Live, episode 172 for Wednesday, August 8th. It is Magic Leap launch day, and I bet everybody out there has $1,300 or, no wait, $2,300 burning a hole in your pocket, and you want to grab yourself a Magic Leap 1, so maybe you could play 5 little interactive experiences for $2,300 with possibly no more experiences coming in the future. So Magic Leap 1, I got to admit, they really need to show some much extra stuff going on. Yeah, I am not getting a Magic Leap 1 because I can tell you right now, there's a lot better ways for me to spend $2,300. You know, there's a lot better ways for me to spend that money. And I'm sure tax, shipping, what would be my grand total? Ouch. But I could have been tempted. I really could have been tempted if they had videos of Dr. Grodbort's, and if it really seemed like it was a legit full game and it looked really good and stuff, man, it would have been tempting. But nothing I've seen so far has been tempting. At the same time, I still would love to try Magic Leap. I absolutely would love to try it. But let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of Firewall trailers. These are brand new Firewall trailers, just came out today. I really don't know anything about them. I have not seen them. One of them is called Attacking 101, and one of them is Defending 101. And so I'm going to go ahead and play Attacking 101. Let's go ahead and check this out.
Smoke's going out. All right, let's get in position for breach. Get C4 out. Move in, move in, move in.
The main objective in Firewall is to either protect or obtain sensitive information on a laptop.
Data transfer at 50%.
Your job,
former developer,
is to infiltrate a location, disrupt the firewall.
Firewall destroyed.
That protects the location of the laptop, and then find the laptop and initiate a hack so the handler can get into the laptop, steal the information, and sell it on the open market.
Attacking in PSVR is substantially different. Being able to traverse the map and look left or right and really kind of scan your environment before you take any action is another key to winning.
It's kind of VR 101. They're saying, you know what's so amazing about VR? You can hold this gun, you can look around a corner, man. That's what they keep saying. It's yeah, we pretty much do that with every VR game.
Under 6, skip.
Where you definitely want to be calling out enemy traps, enemy locations. If you go down, you need to call for your friends to revive you. If you go rogue in Firewall, it can backfire very quickly.
Strategy, communication, and domination are the 3 main components of the game.
75%.
I will get this game just because I'm going to try to get I'm going to try to get the AIM bundle. I need to probably get a pre-order locked in. But I don't plan on getting PlayStation Plus. I I might just try to sell it, or I probably will play like the bot version. Why not? Maybe get like 2 days of PlayStation Plus or something to check it out. Lance McWilson is in the house. Roy Schwartz, I Am Ruts, Crunchy, MRTV, Sebastian is in the mix. He says that instead of Magic Leap, he's going to get himself a primetime graphics card. Yeah, it's just so hard to throw $2,300 at Magic Leap. There's so many things you could do with $2,300. There's all kinds of things you could get. And Magic Leap, ouch. I mean, I could have been tempted at $2,000. I really could have, if they had like some ridiculously compelling experiences. Terry Blanchard is in the mix. And you know, the one thing I do like about Firewall 0 Hour is I like these hallways, okay? I like the hotel. There's some of these environments that look really good. I'll tell you what I'm talking about here. Like this looks okay. It looks good. But some of these indoor in a hotel environment, where is it? Of course, when I talk about it, we don't see it. Still no hotel. Where are the hotels? Still no hotel. Man, I must have just talked about it like a second after we saw it. But yeah, the one environment I kind of like, which they never show in this video, looks really good. I like the carpet. I like the side walls. They got to show it eventually, right? I mean, come on. Oh, man. Let's see. It's probably at the very beginning of the trailer. Coming August 28th. Yeah, MRTV says, let's wait for the consumer version. Yeah, it's certainly not the consumer version. Okay, so we're going to finally see the freaking hotel. Right there. Like, look at that. I love the walls. I love the carpet. I love the molding, the side panels. The carpet. Did I mention the carpet? God, I'm missing where they show it though, because I swore for a couple of seconds I showed the indoors. But anyway, I have another. There it is. Okay, there it is. See the carpet, see the molding. They show it for like 2 seconds, and that's my favorite part of the whole thing. Okay, let's switch it up and let's look at defending, which we don't really care that much, but let's check it out for a minute.
The laptop location is compromised. Protect it at all costs.
All right, they're breaching. They're breaching. I got gunfire. Firewall 0 Hour is a 4v4 multiplayer VR shooter.
As a defender, you're hired to ensure that attackers do not get the hack and take the information off the laptop.
So far, so good.
Your goal is to basically stop the attack at all costs.
When defending, I really like shotguns and mines. I really want to have items in my loadout that are trap focused. C4 and mines are really good to have. You want to
Some of
set
the
those
interiors
up in
look
hiding
really
spots.
good.
The beauty about VR and setting up
It's
traps
aim,
is you're
you know, right from the
physically wanting to
beginning,
aim and
obviously, they're
place
playing
that
with
trap.
aim a
So you
lot.
want to be as unpredictable as possible. Once a door blocker is placed, the enemy has to either tear it down.
So it looks pretty good. I mean, definitely not my type of game at all. This is not my normal cup of tea whatsoever. But it might be one of the best games for PSVR this year without question. But let's go into another demo that I saw today, and this one is a completely opposite direction. We're talking about as indie gets. It is called River Ride VR. Let's take a look at this, and then I'll bounce over to chat. Let's peep this out. Look at that incredible water. I don't know if there's sound. A little bit of sound. It's like a buzzing though. This is supposed to be some type of like realistic river rafting game in VR that is very physical in nature. So I don't know if it requires like some special controllers or something, or you have to attach your controllers to something. but it's supposed to be like a really realistic river rafting simulation. But let's see what people are talking about in chat as we take a look at the beautiful water stroll right by. And Jim Hall says, for people that don't have a gaming PC and an HMD looking to get into AR VR, Magic Leap may be a cheaper option. Nah, I don't think it's a cheaper. Magic Leap is not a consumer-faced product right now. The problem is simple. Even if you were just rolling in dough and you could throw $2,300 at Magic Leap, it's not a big deal. You want to get it. You want to have it in your house. You're going to have such a limited suite of experiences to play initially that you'll get that gee whiz factor for like a couple of weeks, and then there's really nothing, because the way I understand it, I was looking at some of the stuff that is available immediately in Magic Leap World, and the way I understand it, Dr. Groardbort's Invaders is just a demo. It's just a demo, so they don't have that game done. So if you buy a Magic Leap, you're going to be able to play a demo of that. You're going to be able to play that create thing that they have. You know, there's going to be a couple of little things that they'll have, but it's incredibly minimal. And you're going to burn through that in probably a week or so. And then you have this $2,300 device. That's the problem there. If they had... And that was the problem with HoloLens, and that's why Microsoft didn't even try to pretend that HoloLens was a consumer product. Now, Magic Leap is in a bit of a different situation. They do have a deal with the NBA. They do have some things set up. So if they can find a compelling reason for somebody to really want to get Magic Leap, but they're going to have to prove it to us, and it's going to be a hard sell, because it's obvious that the power of Magic Leap is in trying it, because people that try it rave about it, but it doesn't look good on video. It doesn't come across well on video, and the FOV is a problem any way you slice it. Charles Gould says, hey, I got my first ever free key today, and the game is pretty damn good. Very embarrassing, as I just posted on Reddit about banning reviews from free keys. Well, that's the thing. That's why you got the free key, because you're like, I don't care about free keys, and so one came to you like that. Roy Schwartz says, haters gonna hate. PSVR was so convenient, just had to add it to the system I already had. PSVR, honestly, if you're living without a PSVR, just ask Gary. Gary didn't have a PSVR for a very long time. He got one, and he got to try games that aren't available. They just aren't available. Bound. You cannot play Bound on the Rift or the Vive. You can't play PlayStation VR Worlds on the Rift or the Vive. There's a lot of exclusives on PSVR. Rush of Blood, Static. It's got a lot of amazing games that you simply cannot play on PC VR. And so I think the PSVR is absolutely worth owning, especially when they have so many deals where basically for $200 you can get the headset. Now, if you don't already have a PS4, my suggestion is hit up Craigslist. I just got a PS4 Slim for like $180 on Craigslist. It was a really good deal. I Am Rut says, yeah, I picked up the PSVR for my kids last month, and it is actually really good, but the controllers, I just cannot go from touch control. Yeah, the PSVR controllers are hard to deal with because they got the tiny little buttons. The trigger works pretty good, and the rumble is actually halfway decent. There's a lot of games that have really good rumble on PSVR, but those little tiny buttons, it's got to be a simplistic game, because if you have a lot of requirements to use a lot of little buttons, and the real big negative with PSVR really is the fact you're talking about one camera, so it's pretty much a front-facing experience, unless they go to a DualShock 4 game, because it does have the lights in the back of the PSVR, which allows you to go all the way around, and because the DualShock 4 with the accelerometers and everything, they can kind of know where that is. You can play Resident Evil 7. And you can just physically turn around whatever direction you want. But PSVR mostly front facing. Skyrim VR is a nightmare to go through the menus on PSVR. Yeah, it is. It is. It takes some time to learn, but one thing I learned about PSVR that I didn't really know before is you could turn on your PSVR with a Move controller. You can go through all the menus with a Move controller once you get a feel for it, but it doesn't feel like it was born that way. And that's the thing about the Oculus Touch controllers. Those controllers just melt into your hands. I've said it so many times, but if PSVR had controllers that were as good as Oculus Touch, PSVR would be damn good. It'd be a damn good system. So yeah, this trailer over here with this river, one of the most incredible things I've ever seen. But you know what? Let's take a look at another trailer. Bow to Blood has a brand new release trailer. Let's check this out.
Welcome to the Bow to Blood Arena. 7 other captains have been chosen as well, but only one can be named champion. Let the games begin!
Well, you know me in color. I like my colorful games. I like a lot of those backgrounds. I just don't know that this is my type of game. But it doesn't look too bad. August 28th, same day as Firewall. So it's definitely kind of opposite to where Firewall is going. So it's kind of that counter programming. But that is Bow to Blood. Is anybody actually hyped about Bow to Blood? It could eventually come to PC VR platforms at some point. Tribe Toy, I don't believe Sony is publishing this, are they? Because if it's just Tribe Toy that's publishing this, it could be like a 90-day exclusive or even shorter than that, and we can see it on PC VR really quick. We've been seeing that happen with a lot of PSVR games. If it's published by Sony, then you're boned, because it's probably not going to happen. Paradise Decay says it looks okay. Yeah, I mean, it's just, this isn't my type of game, but it looks kind of cool. Not my normal bag, but I've been proven wrong by many a game before. So, let's see, what are we talking about up in chat? Chris Gould says, I got a key for Mecha Rushdown as well. It didn't stay installed for very long. Basically, we got a lot of inside conversations going on in chat. Jack Dolan is saying, I only play Pavlov VR. It's the only game with any replay value. You know what? I just got Pavlov VR. Mame Fan actually gifted me Pavlov VR, and I've only played it twice, and I feel bad. I got to get back in it. I was going into Electronauts, all these other things. Oh, check this out. So I played more of Hellblade last night, and I was still stuck at the gate with the 3 heads, right? The 3 bird heads. And so I kept trying to line it up, and nothing ever happened. So I went and I watched a couple of walkthroughs where they show that exact part. And it shows the guy going up to the door, focusing in on the door, and then it does a blue thing, and then you go upstairs, you line it up, and then bada boom, bada bing, and it opens right up. I totally understand how you do it. But for me, something is corrupted with my game because I go up to the door, it never does the blue thing. It does open up the second story, and I go up there and I line it up and I do my focus, but the door never opens. So basically, I've got to start Hellblade over. I've got some kind of bug that has just jacked it up, and I'm going to have to start Hellblade over. It's unfortunate. Terry Blanchard says, I am stuck there too. Walked back almost to beginning of game as they don't connect. Yeah, something about, well, when you watch the walkthroughs, the guy goes up to the door, he does a focus thing, it starts talking, and it shows like this, you know, it does an animation, It doesn't do that for me, and I know that's the problem. That's why it's so something is screwed up. I'm gonna have to just start it over. Chris Gold says, really like the look of the PSVR flying boat game. Am I being too positive this evening? I mean, it's colorful and it has a pretty good visual aesthetic. It's kind of like Final Fantasy, you know, all those airship games, and this is like you're kind of like on one of these Final Fantasy airships. Super colorful. Probably not really my style of game, but I don't know. Nick Opposed says, some of the puzzles didn't work for me sitting, but they all did when I was playing standing. That's the other thing. See, when I was trying to line up the heads of those birds, I stood up, I got down, I got low, I walked forward, I walked back. I was doing everything to try to line them up. And I don't know, because I watched people on walkthroughs, they just lined it up real quick, and then bam, the door opened. Paradise Decay says, games like the flying boat game, Bow to Blood, reminds me of games like Tunnel B1, and I used to love that pancake game on PlayStation 1. Yeah, Tunnel B1 was kind of like, it was like trying to be similar to Wipeout a little bit. But yeah, Pixel Ripped. Pixel Ripped is up to $25. I did see that because I was like saying, oh, Pixel Ripped is this great $19.99 game. I think what happened with Pixel Ripped Incorporated, they realized they had a damn good game on their hands, and they're like, you know what, we should charge $25 for this, because they really have an incredibly polished game that is absolutely awesome. But let's take a look at another brand new trailer. I think this just came out within the last couple of days, and this is Chapter 5 of the Exorcist Legion VR. It is called The Tomb. Let's go ahead and check this one out.
There's only one kind of beast that feeds on such misery, and is gaining strength. If you didn't finish my work, it must be stopped.
You have seen humanity up close. You studied vermin God created. You know what it is capable of. And it gives you nightmares, doesn't it, detective?
You know,
It must be stopped.
that's a pretty good trailer for the fact that that one little chapter right there, Chapter 5, The Tomb, is probably like a 25 to 35 minute gameplay experience that I believe you could buy for $5. Now, I Am Ruts says, too demonic for me. And I absolutely understand what you're talking about here. He says, I'll stick with Jesus. Well, for me, I'll just tell you that I am good with horror, but I don't like devil type stuff. I've always had a thing about like movies where it's like the real devil and stuff. I don't know why. Maybe because I was raised Catholic. I mean, technically I was raised Catholic. So like this, like devil stuff is like, I don't like messing around with devil stuff. But I played the first chapter of the Exorcist Legion VR, the very first one, and I thought it was really good. I thought it was very entertaining. It was $5. Didn't play the second chapter or any of the other chapters. Heard a lot of mixed reviews about all the extra chapters. It seemed like most people said the first chapter was kind of the best one, but they decided to go, we're talking about Wolf and Wood Interactive. they decided to go with a completely different style of marketing their game, offering it piecemeal, but then also offering the ability to buy basically like the season pass and get all of these little chapters. You would get all 5 chapters. And then if you add all 5 chapters up, that's like a real legit game right there. And this is on Steam and Oculus. And so I think this sells for $25, right? So if you wanted to buy the Exorcist, the Legion VR, I think for $25 you get all 5 chapters, or you can buy the chapters individually, $5 a pop. It's not a bad idea. I like the first one. So yeah, that's that. Let's go ahead and take a look here. I think I have one other trailer I wanted to mention real quick before we get out of here. Might have a little bit of a shorter show today, actually. Distance has an update that is coming on September 18th. Let's check this out. Yeah, so September 18th, that update is coming to Distance, and I've heard a lot of good things about Distance. Never, ever played it. But honestly, after watching this trailer here, I like racing games. I like racing games in VR. I love Tron, Neon, futuristic type stuff. I love Wipeout VR. This looks really good. I probably should get my hands on this game. It looks very good. Distance looking nice. Yeah, so September 18th, look for this update. Not sure what the price is for Distance. If anybody has that, go ahead and throw it into chat, because this does look pretty freaking cool. I really like the interesting backdrops. At first you don't know it's a car game. But yeah, I like some of that Tron looking background levels. That's pretty cool. But yeah, that is Distance. So we're looking forward to that. Let's see, did I have some additional trailers I wanted to pop? We had a lot of different trailers show up today. A lot of little VR updates. The new Bow to Blood trailer. Those new Firewall trailers. The Exorcist trailer. River Ride, we had that one. Now what I'll do is I'll go ahead and take a look at news real quick. Let me bounce over to start off with the HTC Vive subreddit. And the #1 story on the HTC Vive subreddit, 2 years on, HTC Vive still maintains its lead in the VR war. Budget permitting, it's the best virtual reality experience on the market, bar none. This is by Tech Radar. And sure, money no object, I'd probably have an HTC Vive Pro. Why not? Money no object, you might as well grab one of those. And the #2 story, Magic Leap 1 Creator Edition, a flawed glimpse of mixed reality's amazing potential. This, of course, is the Verge review by Addie Roberts. Excuse me, by Addie Robertson. It is coming in as the second biggest news story out there. Magic Leap controllers cost 2 times the price of Vive replacement controllers. Oh my God, what does a Magic Leap controller cost? The controller seems to be just optically tracked from the headset plus IMU, but I am not sure on that. Man, does it... I don't see an actual price for it. Let's see. $290. Oh my God. If you need one of those Magic Leap controllers, $290. And that's just because if you have a Magic Leap, you're probably going to get like the protection plan or whatever that comes with it, which I heard is $500 annually. But you probably want to get that just in case because of these kinds of reasons. A controller is $290. Oh my goodness. They're talking about River Ride, which is a hands-free, semi-real kayak simulation. That's the video that I showed earlier that showed that little river there. Magic Leap starting at $2,300, only available in the USA. And I think it's also only available in certain locations in the USA. That's pretty much it on the Vive subreddit. I will bounce over to Oculus real quick. A man loses 138 pounds following a Beat Saber workout routine. That is pretty cool. Magic Leap 1 first look from The Verge, getting a lot of love there. Megaton Rainfall tomorrow. Yes, we will definitely be talking Megaton Rainfall tomorrow. Oh, there's an Oculus Go daily deal. Witchblood is $5. You know what? I got a Witchblood trailer, not Oculus Go, but I could throw on a Witchblood trailer real quick. I liked Witchblood. I imagine the full version of Witchblood and the Go version of Witchblood are probably really freaking close to each other. I would imagine they're very, very similar. But Witchblood was pretty cool. Did anybody play Witchblood?
You think you can hide your
See if they show the gameplay. I think they should do a Castlevania game like they did Witchblood. Do they show the gameplay? Yeah, see, I could see a Castlevania game done with this kind of, it'd be really good. Like a Castlevania game that's done with that perspective would be really, really nice. I liked Witchblood. Never finished it. I need to get back. I was pretty far in it. Must have got stuck or something. Fluke Rogi says, Witchblood is a no-brainer for the price if you've never played it. Yeah, it's damn good. We're talking Hidden Path Entertainment. I mean, these are the guys that made Brass Tactics, and they did a damn fine job with Brass Tactics. And they did a damn fine job with this little game as well. And I was really hoping that Konami would look at this and be like, gee, this makes perfect sense. Castlevania would work absolutely perfectly like that. Hidden Path Entertainment, yeah, really high-quality developer. All right, so let's see here. Back over on the Oculus subreddit. Yeah, they were talking about Witchblood for the Go is $5. Oh, check this out. Speaking of Go, I hope to get myself an Oculus Go very soon. I'm planning on buying one for certain reasons. I'm going to buy an Oculus Go, so I hope to get an Oculus Go very soon. So there will be Oculus Go coverage coming to the show. But anyway, folks, I got to get out of here. I got some stuff I got to get to do. So I'll be back tomorrow. We will return to our normal time tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow. I will see you guys then. Take it easy.